Okay, so let's talk pads, okay? Squishy pads! Pads are actually made primarily on the outside of skin, which tends to callus over time when the dog uses them on different terrain, which also is pretty cool because it allows the dog to become more and more versatile on different terrain as the paw calluses. Now, below that skin, you actually have fat. Very similar to the one you would find on a whale, let's say. And the pretty cool thing that they both share is the fact that this particular fat warms up the dog's foot as the cold goes through. So the way it works is the cold goes through the fat, there's blood vessels waiting for that cold right after it, which will carry that cold blood back into the dog, which in turn will be pushed back to the paw, but this time with hot blood. Okay! Making your dog's paw pretty much perma-warm-ish during a colder temperature. Now let's employ common sense. When the temperatures get gnarly, get your dog inside and do something. Alright? Okay, so I've mentioned earlier you got a metacarpal pad, which is the big one in the center. That one allows the dog to be able to absorb shock. Then you got the digital pads at the very tip, which allows for the dog also to absorb shock but to balance itself. And then just above it here you got the carpal pad that you'll only find in the front, which allows the dog to brake really hard. It's kind of like a handbrake. It also allows the dog to get more grip when climbing things or going down steeper hills, for example. And it's also extra cushion for the push-in when the dog lands on its forearms. So let's talk nails for a sec.
It's not as weird as it looks.
Still weird.
Yeah, no.
Let's talk nails, alright, for a quick sec.
So when it comes down to nails, your dog is gonna have one at the tip of each of his digital pads. Those nails are actually, unlike yours, attached to the bone. And fun fact, they share a blood vessel. Now, that blood vessel is a little bit gnarly if you ask me, in the sense where it likes to go as far as it can when the nail is really long, and it tends to recede back as the nail gets shorter. What can I say? It doesn't like to be close to the ground, or that close.
He ain't lying.
Now, it's really cool if your dog has really short nail already, or they're very trimmed, because all you gotta do is just trim them back a little bit. Now, if you got really long nails on the other side, you're gonna have to trim a little, allow for the quick to recede a little bit, trim a little bit more, recede a little bit more. It's a little bit of a process, but it's worth it. And then on the plus side, you're not cutting through the quick, which has nerve ending, which then makes the whole experience kind of sucky for you and painful for the dog, which then in terms is also, I'm pretty sure, gonna suck for it. So when it comes down to the nail, it grows just like yours, so you're gonna need to maintain it. I like to use concrete on walks. It does a wicked job at grinding down the nails for me. And then for the nails that need a little extra care, I have a few tools that allow me to tackle that, which I will tackle in another video. Now, when it comes down to nails, here's a super fun fact. They actually match the coat. So if you have a dog that's white, your nails are most likely gonna be pinkish or clear. If you have a black dog, they'll most likely be black. And if you have a dog that's in between, well, those colors will most likely show in within the nails. If not all, they might all have different colors. Now, the cool thing is when you have nails that are clear, you can see the quick clearly, right? And then you can cut accordingly. But when you got dark nails, you really gotta take your time. Make sure you know what you're doing, and if you don't know what you're doing, ask somebody to teach you, go see a groomer, or even think about taking your dog quickly to the vet. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to sort you out there, okay? And if you want to know more about nail grooming, we'll be making a full episode on it. We'll be visiting some of my friends who are groomers, and then they'll be able to give us super tight insight on how to go about it, and even how to find them. So on such note, thank you for checking us out. I hope this was informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot. Don't forget to subscribe, because that's how I know I'm doing a good job. Okay? And thanks for watching. Until then, peace! Get out of here!